Hello everyone and welcome to a Reveal book box unboxing. This one is for the month of April. So this just arrived today. Let's go ahead and get into it, see what books. Now this is the larger of the option where I get 6 books. These are all by indie, sometimes a self-published author, and for the most part they're steamy. This steam will range from mild to extra spicy. You might get a clean one every now and then. And when you go to the Reveal book box website, you can select what your favorite romance genres are and they will curate the box to that. I said surprise me. So, and I selected the option where I can get 6 books and they're all signed by the authors. So the inside, nothing to really look at because it's just like that. Oh, and there goes some of the cards. So I have Wyatt, Nora, and Jake from Paris Winters. It's a little promotional flyer. And then it has character art from Totally Pucked. Paris Winters is the author, and then there's QVC codes on the back for the website, newsletter, Instagram, author, Amazon author page. And then this card fell out. It's a sticker. Boston Brothers, a second chance series. KellyKRomance.com. And then a promotional bookmark. Life's More Fun When You're Breaking the Rules by Caden Keys. And then it has the author's work on the back. Okay, I'm going to get everything out and then we'll go with what was in the box. Okay, so one thing that you always get in these is a little goodie or a candy. For this one, it is Bazooka bubblegum, I'm guessing. It's just Bazooka. I'm guessing it's the bubblegum, if it's pink. Man, I remember the bazookas. Yeah, this is going to be the bubblegum. And oh man, that is hard. Oh yeah, and there's always a comic. Okay, there's a comic in there. So I am not, I mean, there's some gum. I am very, very picky with gum. So I'll find someone that will like the gum. Next up is a pen. And this one just says bookish. Just black ink. They've all been black ink, so I'm assuming this will be as well. Yep, black ink, so just a standard pen. I will use this. I go through pens very quickly for work, so I do appreciate getting a new pen. That has been in every box. The other thing has also been tea light candles. This one smells like laundry, and the scent is Laundry Day, so just another tea light candle. So these are good for, you know, keeping on hand. If you have, like, there's like a wax melt that uses an actual flame. So if you do that, then these would work. Although where these are scented, I'd probably not do that unless it's the same fragrance of the wax melt. But if the power goes out, place these around. Yeah, so it smells like clean laundry. So that'll come in useful. And the other thing in this one is a pin, and I do love pins. It says Snitches Get Stitches from KateOliverbooks.com, and it's just a black and white pin with a fish. Snitches get stitches. And the last non-book item are a set of 4 coasters. We have Dream Big, Read. These are like cardboard coasters, so I'm not sure how long they would last if you get the condensation on them or anything, but still useful. And then here's one with a book and trees coming out of the book. Just a stack of books. And then the last one, it says Read More Books. So a useful item. I just don't know where these are like cardboard. Again, once the condensation from your drink gets on them, how durable they will be, but it is a start. So I will still use those. And these are the 6 books. So I'm going to, as I go through these, I have these in order of least favorite cover to most favorite cover. And I'm moving one of them. And I will look these up on Goodreads to see if they are the first in the series, later on in the series, or standalone, so that I will let you know in case any of the synopsis on these sound intriguing to you. Okay, this one I think out of this stack is actually, I'm surprised because it's an illustrated cover, but it's like my least favorite cover out of the ones in here, and I am actually surprised. I still like it, but it's my least favorite. So this is book number 1 in the Foxbrook series, written by Evie Alexander. And there are 4 primary works. Well, it says there's 3. And then looks like there is a prequel novella. So this is book number 1, and it's Love Ad Lib, again by Evie Alexander. So it is still a really cute cover, but there's just, I think it's that, her, for whatever reason, not my thing. Fake it till you fall in love. Shy and reserved, Lord Henry Foxbrook is the reluctant heir to his eccentric father's estate. His outrageous family want him back in Somerset and settling down, but he wants a stress-free life in London. Facing a weekend of celebrations for his 30th birthday, he needs a fake girlfriend to get them all off his back. Free-spirited ray of sunshine, Libby Fletcher is down on her luck. Teaching improv workshops isn't cutting it when she loses her home and savings, and her pregnant business partner is about to pop. When Henry offers her the acting gig of a lifetime, she leaps. But when they arrive in Somerset, neither is prepared for what his family have planned. As their worlds collide, friendship blurs and faking it starts to feel real. When disaster sends their house of cards tumbling down, Henry and Libby are forced to face some home truths. They may be lying to the Foxbrooks, but are they also lying to themselves? And then the author page says, "Welcome to Foxbrook, big love," and then the author's signature. So this next one, when I pull up the series on Goodreads, it says it's book 7 in the series, but I would not pay that any mind. So this one is called See Her by Natalie Parker. This is the 2nd edition. Now, when I'm looking at Goodreads, it says if you are new to the series, this is the book to start with. The same love story, which the 1st edition is also See Her. So it's the same love story, just told in a different way. The same things happen, they just happen differently. With brand new content, this story has been revamped. The emotion, the intensity, and the heat have all been turned up. Okay. A music label wants my brand. I just want her. I never knew a smile had the power to change the course of a life, until she smiled at me and shifted my world off its axis. My band revitalized. My writer's block gone. My heart, hers. There's no way I couldn't marry her the first chance I got. They said we were crazy, that getting married so soon was insane. I don't care. I love her more than anything. And then my band gets the call that changes everything. My dreams are all coming true. But what will the sudden rush of rock and roll success do to our new marriage? It's going to take everything to manage this new rise to fame and life on the road while hanging out onto the love of my life. But there's no question, I'm not doing this without her. So this is just book 1, but it's just kind of revamped and stuff. So this, even though it says book 7 on Goodreads, I would count this as book 1, according to that little synopsis on Goodreads. And then there's the author's signature. Okay, this next one is the Billionaire Books, the Billionaire series. On the cover it says the Billionaire Boys Club, and this is book number 1 in this series. And this one is Dr. Weston, I almost said Wetson, Dr. Weston by L.M. Fox. Looks like an older, he's got possibly some gray hair in there, so maybe 30s. We have 2 POVs. We have Poppy and Brody. So underneath Poppy, it says, I was that girl. I had it all, confident and happy. I graduated college and began working my dream job. I married my devoted, handsome boyfriend. We bought a house and traveled the world. focused on our careers, we'd think about kids later. Till the unthinkable happened. Now I'm all alone and slowly discovering my fairy tale life was a nightmare shrouded in secrecy and lies. How do you move on after such betrayal? Can I trust in a second chance at a real happily ever after? And underneath Brody, it says, I was that guy. I had it all and threw it all away. A renowned surgeon, my career was my sole focus. Yet I had a wife and beautiful children and let them slip away. I've learned the hard way. I'm more devoted to my family than ever. If only they didn't live with a new man now. My ex-wife and I are better as friends, and my kids are old enough to forgive me. If I could only forgive myself. I'm just hoping I can prove to Poppy that despite my past, I'm worth taking a chance. So is Poppy the ex? So is Poppy and Brody, are they ex and maybe it's a second chance? Or is Poppy the new girl? I don't know. I'll find out when I read it. Oh, and I was going to show you. Next up is book number 1 in The Bells of Broad Street by A.K. Landau, and this is Conflicting Ventures. So, signature has a family tree on the inside. Author signature. Skylar Lawrence is the quiet sister. Skylar Lawrence, okay, then it says it again. The one that doesn't need to be the center of attention. The one who wants happiness above all else. She's been content to stay in the background and support her sisters as their stars shine bright. She internalizes her struggles, the lingering pain of losing her father, followed by the ending of her relationship with the man she thought was forever. For the first time in a year, she meets a man that intrigues her, a sexy stranger that seems as affected by her as she is by him. She gives in to her desires, only to find out moments later that he's about to become her professional enemy. They battle for the most coveted project in the industry. Their passion on the battlefield threatens to bleed from the boardroom to the bedroom, constantly teetering on that fine edge until it becomes too much for both of them. Has she finally met the perfect man? The man who both showers her with adoration and supports her eccentric fantasies. Perhaps she'll get her HEA, happily ever after, just like her sisters. That's until the past comes back to threaten their future. Sounds good. This is book number 1 in the Love in Montana series, and I really like this one. I think this is a really pretty, I think it's the color palette, but I really like this cover. So Fearless Enough by Kelly Elliott. I think this is a pretty cover. Signature. Okay. This is a spin-off series. It says Fearless Enough is a spin-off novel from New York Times bestselling author Kelly Elliott's Meet Me in Montana series. Readers will head back to Hamilton, Montana for a family reunion like no other. So Meet Me in Montana. Let me look and see how long that series is. There are 4 books in that series. So this is a spin-off series. This one says, Blaze Shaw could sum up his life in one word, fulfilling. He grew up in the shadow of his famous father, Brock Shaw, a multi-year PBR champion, but chose not to follow in his dad's footsteps. Professional bull rider is PBR. I read that before. Okay, instead, choosing to work on the family's cattle ranch in Hamilton, Montana. Everything in his life was exactly how he wanted it, and he was the happiest he'd ever been. When a woman from his past resurfaces and is given the task of diving deep into his world for the answers he isn't willing to share, Blaze's perfect world is thrown into a tailspin. He wants to dislike her, but the more time they spend together bickering back and forth, the harder it is to fight his feelings. Georgia Crenshaw is chasing a career as a sports reporter and has something to prove to the top dogs at the network where she works. She hasn't made it this far simply because of who her father is. Georgiana, is that what I said? It's Georgiana. Anyway, Georgiana has succeeded solely due to hard work and determination. She dives in when given a chance to show she has what it takes to get the promotion she desperately wants. Told it will be the interview of a lifetime, Georgiana shows up at the airport with a go-get-'em attitude. Only when her father tells her who she'll be interviewing does she have a moment of doubt. But honestly, how hard could it be to interview an arrogant, self-centered, obnoxious, too handsome for his own good flirt who gave Georgiana her first kiss behind the barn of his father's ranch? So, sounds good. Okay, and this last one is actually a standalone, and this is Best I Never Had by Jenny Cho. I'm not quite sure how to say the name. Let's see, signature page. I don't like the back. Light blue, sky blue with white writing on it. I don't like this. I don't like that. Okay. Senior year of high school seems like an entire lifetime ago when you're an adult adjusting to real life responsibilities and real life heartbreak. Man. When Hayden Marshall and Natalia Marquez run into each other on the busy streets of New York City, hundreds of miles away from their hometown and years after their high school graduation, it seems kismet is more common than either of them thought. While Natalia is going through the ups and downs of a post-breakup slump, Hayden has his own set of personal woes that bring the two to one single-minded conclusion. They are lonely. But when they strike up a deal to ease those bouts of loneliness, old feelings start to resurface. Feelings that were kept hidden during the small moments in a crowded classroom and glimpses in school hallways. Feelings that start to burst at the seams when all of the tricky emotions begin to intertwine within their complicated lives and rekindled friendship. But when they slowly learn what's at stake, neither Natalia or Hayden knows if it's worth the risk. To lose a friendship they didn't realize they could live without, or to take a chance on something great. So, I really like this cover. So, anyway, so that is it. And those are the 6 books that I got in the April Reveal book box. Let me know, have you read any of these books that I mentioned? Have you read other books by any of these authors? If you were to get this box and have these same books, which one would you be the most excited to read? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.